video, we're going to be talking about how do we enter the new field? How do we go to lost people? Take a moment, pause this video, and read John chapter 1, verses 35 to 42, and answer two questions. In this passage, who meets Jesus? And whenever they meet Jesus, who do they go and find to tell first? Now that you've had a moment to read John chapter 1, verses 35 to 42, and answer the two questions, in that passage, who met Jesus? We see that Andrew met Jesus. And then the second question, who did he go and find to tell first? We see that he went to find his brother Simon, who would later be named Peter, and to tell him and to show him where Jesus was. And we see this example in many places throughout the New Testament. John chapter 4 with the Samaritan woman. As she met Jesus, she immediately dropped her bucket and went back to the town to tell them about this Jesus. We see in Mark chapter 5 when the demoniac met Jesus, he went back into the Decapolis to share about this Jesus that changed his life. And so on, we see that throughout the New Testament. So for us also, whenever we meet Jesus, it is critical that we find the people that are close to us and introduce them to Jesus. So, through this map, we can begin to identify who Jesus has placed in our life. So on a piece of paper, you can draw a circle in the middle and write your name in there. And then begin to think about the people that are in your life that are far from God, that are non-believers. Maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your family, maybe it's someone that you see on a regular basis, whether you're getting chai or coffee or you're going to the Dukan. Anybody that you see on a regular basis that God has intentionally placed in your life, I want you to begin to write their names in these bubbles around. And then I want you to take your hand, place it on the paper, and pray for these people. And every day you can take this page out and you can be praying that God would save these people. So take a moment, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and draw out a map of all the people God has placed in your life that are far from Him.